Hey there, prospectors! IG here, your guide through the wilds of Icarus on Infinity Gaming. Today, we're diving into the essentials of surviving your first night on Icarus. So buckle up, grab your gear, and let's get started. Before you even touch down on the surface, there's some homework to do. Head over to the official Icarus YouTube channel and check out their lore cinematic videos. They do an excellent job explaining how Icarus and Exotics were discovered. Trust me, getting into the lore will make your experience even richer. Next up, click the Settings button on the main menu, and then the Controls tab on top. Familiarize yourself with the buttons because Icarus doesn't hold your hand with a tutorial. It's a wild ride from the get-go, and knowing your controls is half the battle. All right, once you're comfortable with the controls, head back to the main menu and click Play. You'll find yourself at the character selection screen. Here, you can create multiple characters with different skill sets. Click Create Character. Customize to your heart's content and give your new survivalist a name. Once you're done, click Confirm Character. Welcome to your character screen. Let's break it down. Starting from the top left, you'll see your character's level and name. You'll also find 3 tabs: Home, Loadout, and Workshop. This screen is your home base, where you can start a new game, load a previous one, or join friends on Steam or a dedicated server. Now, let's talk talents. You can check your talents by pressing the Talents button. You get a total of 90 talent points, so specializing in different builds across multiple characters is the way to go. Remember, mods can help, but experience the game fully before diving into mods. Trust me, it's worth it. You earn talents every level, alternating between 1 and 2 points. Starting at level 0, you get 1 point at level 1, 2 points at level 2, and so on until you hit the level cap at 60. There are 2 talent tabs: Multiplayer and Solo talents. Solo players get both trees active, but in multiplayer, the solo tree is disabled to keep things balanced. If you ever want to respec, you can purchase respec points with REN currency. Speaking of currencies, there are 3: REN, Purple Exotics, and Red Exotics. REN is the primary currency for most workshop items, with some requiring Purple or Red Exotics. The Red Exotics items are available with the New Frontiers DLC, which I highly recommend. In the orbital menu, navigate to the Workshop tab. Here you'll find high-quality gear for your character, research and craft these items, and can view your workshop items in the Loadout tab from the home screen. So, how do you earn these currencies? You have 2 options: missions or open-world operations. Missions are temporary, and anything non-workshop related gets wiped when you return to space. In open-world mode, your bases and progress are permanent. You can freely return to orbit and come back anytime. Let's start a new open-world game and dive into the basics. I'll show you how to manage your oxygen, food, and water levels, build your first base, repair and upgrade walls, use stealth to hunt animals, and craft a bed to skip the night. Once you've survived your first night, it's time to explore, find caves, gather resources, expand your base, and progress through the tech tree. There's so much to discover and conquer in Icarus. Create a new open world by selecting the difficulty and give your world a name. If you are new to open world survival crafting games, play in normal mode. Easy does not provide any challenge and might be boring later on. If you want to test your skills and want to experience a true challenge, play in hard mode. Creature health points will be increased as well as their detection range and spawn rate, but you will also level up 25% faster. We will start the game on the Olympus map since it's the easiest map to start. But if you have the New Frontiers DLC, consider starting a fresh start on the Prometheus map.
first. If you want to complete missions for the UDA, you'll need to craft a short-range radio. Plenty of folks need help, and factions pay well for prospectors that offer their time. Up to you. Stay safe.
All right, we landed safely, and before we do anything, let's take a moment to appreciate the beautiful scenery. Just look at the trees, the foliage, and the water. Listen to the sounds of animals and take it all in. Now, first thing you should do is open your map and look for a water source on the map. Your map won't be explored like mine, but you should be all right the first few minutes of the drop to look around. Once you find a water source like a lake or river, start collecting basic supplies like rocks, sticks, and fiber off the ground, so we can craft our first basic stone tools: the stone pickaxe and the stone axe. These tools will help us gather more stone, sticks, and wood more efficiently than just gathering them off the ground. Here are some additional button combinations to help you transfer, split stacks, or just take one item from a stack. Now that we got some tools to work with, start by gathering some stone and wood using these tools. Place them on your action bar, select the tool, and start picking stone and chopping trees. Almost every action you do in Icarus will earn you some experience points. As you level up, you will gain talent points and tech points. Talent points are capped at 90 points at level 60. However, tech points are unlimited as you level. This means you will be able to unlock every single item in the tech tree by leveling even after 60. If you look at the bottom left corner of your screen, you will find your health bar, temperature bar, oxygen, food, and water levels. If anyone knows what this indicator is, please let me know in the comments below. Our main goal will always be to survive. This means always be on the lookout for animals and closely listen to the different audio cues. Our first level up, and we got 1 talent point and 4 tech points. Always start by unlocking the knife. Once you do, the rest is up to you. You can unlock spears or bows and arrows as your main weapon of choice. It's all preference. I'll start with bow and arrows, but I'll unlock spears later on to show the differences between them. You will also need a campfire to cook some food. This could be either meat or veggies. If you want to learn more about food buffs, check out my food guide. The link will be in the description. always crouch to stealth. Stealth increases your damage by 250%. Also try to aim for the head. Most animals have their critical spots or weak spots at their head. Hitting the head crits and is multiplied by your stealth damage. Combining these two things increases your damage tremendously. You can carry small to medium-sized animals on your shoulders. You can drop animals in an open area to lure more predators. This way, you can ambush them as they come towards the dead animal. You can use different tools and weapons to collect bones. Pickaxe, axe, knife, spear, and sickle all work for collecting bones from the carcass, but knives work the fastest and yield more bones. Leaving stuff on the ground starts a decay timer. You can simply pick up items or animals and drop them back on the ground to reset the decay timer. You can repair items by pressing tab, then hover over your broken item and then right-click on your mouse. You will see what items and what type of bench you need to repair. Early game. If you are close to a lake, dive in and look for sponges. Sponges hold small amounts of clean water. Drinking directly from the lake will cause dysentery. Besides surviving the creatures of Icarus, you also have to survive the storms. Luckily, the first 2 storms when starting out in an open world are the easiest to survive. If you want to learn more about the weather, check out my weather guide. Link will be in the description. Oxygen levels are getting low. Now is the time to look for oxide. You can find oxide on the ground or chunks of blue ores scattered. Simply mine them and put the ore in your enviro suit. All enviro suits have an oxygen slot. Eating raw fruits like berries and watermelons will increase your stamina, as well as eating berry and seed bars. Food buffs are one of the ways to temporarily increase your base stats. Now that we leveled up and learned how to manage our oxygen, food, and water levels, it's time to start constructing a base out of wood. I will use dirt as the foundation for the base. However, you can use wooden beams. You can raise and lower building pieces by using the page up and page down keys on your keyboard. Now, look at the bottom right of your screen for additional building options. To build walls with windows or doorways, simply hold the R key for variant options. To remove or change a building piece, press the Y key on your keyboard while looking at it. This will place the building piece back into your inventory. In order to skip the night, you will need 3 things. The earliest time to skip nights is 6 p.m. Then you will need a bed in which you will need leather and fur. The last thing is a campfire. Place your bed inside your base for shelter. Place your campfire outside or on a dirt foundation to prevent fires. Light up your campfire with fuel and go to sleep. You will wake up at 7 a.m. and you have officially survived your first night in Icarus. Now is the time to gather resources, expand your base, level up in the tech tree to unlock new items and go explore this amazing world. In order to repair your base, you will need a hammer. Unlock the wooden hammer, craft and place the hammer in your action bar, then use the mouse to repair the walls. Hammers also upgrade buildings. Javelins are really powerful and can one-shot kill most animals, even mammoths. However, javelins require a lot of practice. Charge your javelin fully before releasing it. Aim high for drop, and aim in front of the animal's path for the lead. With talents in the spear category, you can aim faster, throw further, and do a lot more damage. Shields are one of the most underrated items in game. Place the shield in your G slot, quickly press G, then press the number for your melee weapon on your action bar. The best and most efficient way to use shields is to raise your shield to block the attack and then immediately counter with your melee weapon. To find caves, simply walk along the mountainside until you see walls like this. These are covered caves in which you have to pick your way into. Some caves are naturally open, so they will be a lot easier to spot. Before you go into a cave, be prepared for some cave worms and bees. There's so much to discover and conquer in Icarus. That's it for today's guide. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more tips and tricks, and drop a comment if you have any questions. Until next time, stay safe and keep surviving. IG out.